why don't we talk about Apple's new MacBook? This is pretty good news. So Apple launches a new 13-inch MacBook Pro. We've got it on order. It's featuring Intel's Ice Lake CPUs and the new old scissor style keyboard. Externally, not much has changed, but it's a bit thicker and 30 grams heavier. Apple, for better, not because they're actually listening, but maybe it's by accident. Apple seems to be listening to me more than not listening to me over the last couple of years. Like, they have done a lot of stuff that has annoyed me, but they've also done a lot of stuff that I think is super cool over the last few years, including 10 gigabit networking on the Mac Mini. That's sick. So the fact that every desktop Mac now features 10 gig networking, at least as an option. Oh, wait, no, I don't think the iMac does. The iMac Pro, the Mac Pro, and the Mac Mini, though, are all at least have 10 gig networking as an option. Their cooling has gotten better. They've improved their keyboard. Like, dang, Apple. So new Ice Lake processor, the high performance version, sports a 2.3 gig base, 4.1 turbo. That is a quad core, if I recall correctly. No, that should be a 6 core. I'm going to double check so I don't say anything stupid, right? That is 4 CPU cores. 4 cores, and these are probably like U class. Yeah, so they haven't changed the battery capacity. It's still about 58 watt hours. So these are probably kind of U class-ish CPUs. They're using Intel Iris Plus graphics. And dang, we've gone to LPDDR4X. That is going to be a nice little improvement to system snappiness. Also, we've got 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. Pretty sweet. So that was already present on the higher end one. That's present here. Okay, what else is interesting? Rated 10 hours of battery life. So the big upgrades really are that we're going to Ice Lake and that we've got LPDDR4X memory. That took a long time to come around. I mean, DDR5 is already on the horizon. So we ordered what we think is kind of a sensible spec here. I don't think we took the top spec CPU, and I think we went with... I think Anthony talked me into a 1 terabyte drive. He was like, well, boot camp, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that's a fair point, isn't it? You don't want less than like...
Are you guys going to use it?
He wants to talk about it as a use case, and I guess he could have just...
Yeah, talked about it as a use case?
Yeah, why did I spend another $200 on a MacBook?
Need me around for your cheap decisions. So I don't know, I didn't hear you mention this. You might have mentioned this, sorry. The lower end models have 2 Thunderbolt ports. The higher end models have 4.
Of the new ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically that's the same as before then.
Well, the lower end Coffee Lake models, but they're still new models.
Oh, why does Apple do this?
Yeah.
So they're muddying the waters, I see. So only the new high-end ones get Ice Lake. I mean, that's... Man, Intel has had such 10 nanometer struggles. So Ice Lake is 10 nanometer.
Oh, no, that's wrong. It's just showing up weird on this chart.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Okay, never mind. You know what? Why don't we just go to apple.com? I don't do this often. I'm going to treat myself. This is a very expensive website, ladies and gentlemen.
It is an extremely expensive website. That is true.
All right. New MacBook Pro 13-inch. Here we are. Up to 10th generation processors with up to 80% faster graphics performance. Wow, that is such a sideways swipe at Intel right there. Yep, they're 10th gen all right. And yep, up to faster graphics, but they sure ain't faster in any other meaningful way. Hey, got him. Okay, so we got our...
Yikes.
Wow, this is their buy page. But this configuration page is actually terrible. Hold on a second. I'm going to screen share you guys on this for a second. I really do not like this at all. Chrome. Yeah, there you go. All right. There we go. Let's pull this up here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this.
Fourth
like,
model.
what am I looking at? I can't click on any of this. I can't. This is tech specs.
I think your screen is not right.
My screen is not right? In what sense?
Did you select one of the models already?
No, I just clicked tech specs. 13-inch. Look. So MacBook Pro, tech specs. This is like stupid. Like, what does this correspond to?
Oh.
Like, how sloppy is that? These look like buttons, but I can't click them. So we've
That's
just
not
got...
the configurator thing, though. That's just the random tech specs of that range of laptops.
Right, but like, What?
I hear you. I hear you for sure.
Why can't they just say Core i5 whatever? Why do they do this their own fancy special way?
They do if you go to like buy it.
1.4 gigahertz quad core 8th generation Intel Core i5, comma, turbo boost up to 3.9 gigahertz, comma, with 128 megabytes of EDRAM. How did they manage to make Intel's naming scheme, which is already abominable, even more confusing? Configurable to this. Okay. 8th generation quad. Yeah, okay.
I guess they just don't use it. It's kind of funny, actually, in a way.
Wow. All right. So the buy page. See, this is much easier to understand.
The buy page is a little better. It's still, I mean, they still don't say the actual model name of the processor and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the specs are laid out better.
So there you go. We've got a bunch of new models, but anything but the top end one is not really new in any sort of meaningful sense of the word. Because it's still Coffee Lake and it's still LPDDR3. So
that was the part
fun.
I was confused about. But I looked it up, and like this page of MacBook Pros, choose your new MacBook Pros, goes all the way back to 2018.
Right.
So like,
do they at least have the better keyboard though? Backlit Magic Keyboard. Yes. So they've at least got a better keyboard. So that's good.